Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is stock chart analysis of GT Advanced Technologies, symbol GTAT. Today is Friday, September 5th, 2014. So the data is through yesterday, although the weekly chart I'm looking at is actually through last Friday, the 4th. Wait a minute, I'm on a daily. Let me go to the weekly. There we go. Weekly, which I can blow up a little bit, is through last Friday, which is August 29th. But that's okay. We'll look at the daily. I mean, it's pulled back down just a little bit here. So where are we? Let's take a look at all of the trading on the weekly chart. Okay, went public, IPO, back in August 2008. And the timing of that wasn't so great because that was in the middle of the free fall. The market collapsed 2007 to 2009. And it proceeded to drop 75% of its value in the next 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So I think what we've got is this first major, what I'm calling a primary wave 1 up, then a primary wave 2 down, and I think we are in primary wave 3 up. We've got solid 5 waves right in here. Get rid of the crosshairs for now. Solid 5 wave move up in here, which is an impulse move in the the upward direction, which is where you want to be going for your next move, wave 3. And because we're correcting in here, you can't overlap wave 1. That's why I think this is actually an intermediate wave 1 of 3. So the way that will play out, if I'm correct, is that we got 1, and then we get 2, and then we get 3. Intermediate wave 3 of 3. So I think we're headed higher. That's my interpretation of this. And the way we're looking at this is, you look at this and say, well, wow, 2 doesn't look like it corrected very much of wave 1. It's actually a little over 38%. When I take it off of semi-log and put it on just arithmetic, you can see that the move was a little bit more dramatic in terms of the correction of this move. Okay, and you can see that this was pretty strong upsweeping move here in this last final 5th wave of 1. Got the correction, nice strong move here for a wave 1. So at first I thought, well, maybe we're doing an A, B, C correction right in here, but let's go to the daily chart. Let me flip back to semi-log, which is where I like to keep it. Let's go to the daily chart and take a look. When I look at the daily chart, at first I thought, well, maybe this was like an A, we're doing a B and a C. But then the more I looked at this wave in here, this looks like a really nice wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is not the shortest. This is actually the shortest. This does not overlap this. So all of the parameters in here fit a 5-wave minor wave 1 up to the upside, and it went to a new high. So I like that. We came back down in a wave 2, corrected what? Let's just see what it is. Well, well over 61.8%. It's probably down around 85-90% of the move, which is fine. And typically a wave 2 is going to be a very deep correction. Usually 50 to 61.8% and deeper. Doesn't have to be, but it's usually. See, then this one is going to be a 38% of this move, okay? And so then when we get to wave 4, I'll be expecting the opposite. I'll be expecting it deeper because this was shallow. Anyway, all right, so now I think we've got wave 1, minor wave 1, 2. I think we've got a minute wave 1, which is another subwave of 2. So what I think we're working here is, we're working a 3. And I can hardly type with this kind of thing. So we got a 2, we're working a 3, which means we got this, and then I think we got this, and then we're going to get 3, and it'll chop like that, and then we're going to get 5 up here, and that'll be 3. That'll be this whole 3, the entire 3. If that makes sense. The bottom line is I'm looking for this to stop going down and turn, close above the 10, the blue line, 10-day exponential moving average, that'll be my first signal that this thing is getting ready to go. And then, of course, I'll be looking for some kind of minor trend line break. Okay, so that's really what I'm looking for. Now here's a couple other things. Let's look at the indicators. And then we're getting some divergence in here, just like we got divergence before we sold off. So we're getting some divergence in here. So, you know, a little bit of a pullback, but we're pulling just down here to what, 43% on the RSI. This is 10-day RSI. DI minus crossed DI plus, but you know, until the low. Let me look at this. I think that happened 27, slightly happened here. So we're getting a little bit of a negative signal there. And we went minus on the demand and the demand index. So 2 out of the 3 are slightly negative. So I'm kind of watching this for the turn. And right now it's 9:30, first hour of trading here this morning, and it's up 16 cents, 16.88. So it's not doing a whole lot. It's just right in here. So no real strong. So we're just kind of waiting for this little short-term correction to be over and for this to turn and signal to us that it's ready to make the next wave move to the upside. So the other thing I wanted to mention, and then we'll drop this, the volume has been very, very nice. The 50-day average volume is 9.7 million shares a day. And that was the other thing that really grabbed me on this, is it's very nicely, heavily traded. So that's a great thing for a stock like this. I normally don't. I prefer stocks priced over $20 a share for options trading, but you know, I'll take it down here in the 15 to 20 range. Once you get below 15, I just don't care for it that much. That's just my own personal preference. I like to have, you know, when it makes a move and it makes a 10% move, that it's covering a decent number of points. So that's, you know, the higher the number, the better there. So anyway, that's my take on GT Advanced Technologies, and we'll have to watch this one close. I think it's going to be real interesting, and I'll thank my subscriber Phil for bringing this to my attention. I had not been watching this stock, and I'm going to add it to our portfolio. All right, this has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you on the next video.